Hey guys, this is Nate. Today I'm going to do a recap on Golaloon. As you can see here, this is the army that I used on this attack. I'm going after a Town Hall 9.5. In this clan we had quite a few 9.5s, 10.5s, and 911s, and all kinds of engineered bases, but my guys did good. I was able to move up to the 9.5s and help clear. This one, you see I got one golem, two minions, two wizards, four wall breakers, and loons and hounds and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive into it. My goal here, if you look down in the bottom, is you see how I hit a red bomb that I didn't know. I'm pretty sure this was either a fresh attack or it was the first time an air attack had been done. But I'm going to start the funnel. I got the baby drag working up top. I got a minion and a wizard working down. And then I'm going to drop a pair of wall breakers. I meant to drop one, but I dropped both of them, but it don't matter. Either way, I get in. I'm coming through, and now the CC is being lowered, so I drop a Skelly spell and a poison, a jump spell to hopefully get into the middle. My rage was actually a little bit further back than I wanted, or a little too far forward, actually, because my queen is not in the rage currently, and my golem and king are getting wrecked. But fortunately, I do have stronger heroes, so I can account for that. The queen steps up, takes out the CC, takes out the enemy queen. I pop her ability. She's going to hit the Wiz Tower, and then just barely gets that air defense. So here comes my hound. I'm coming cross-directional to pick up any air mines that I might see. I start dropping balloons to target defenses to help. You don't want that hound. Let me stop right here. The whole idea of a hound attack is you want to get your loons to the air defense as quick as possible, so you have to look for pathing in which that the loons are going to go. So in this situation, they are going to shift upwards. It's not ideal, but it's really the only option I had. I didn't want to go against the sweeper. There's a sweeper in both directions, so really I'm going to go against one either way. But I want to go as quick as possible and get to that air defense. And you see the second hound coming up from the north, and I have loons dropping down as well. My second haste spell goes down, and I end up getting the air defense, and I'm dropping that air expo, which is a good high quality kill. Here comes the third hound up top. You can see I'm moving around with my haste spells. I'm trying to keep the momentum going. The whole idea is you don't want your loons to go backwards. You want them traveling forward at all times. There goes my last hound pop. So I'm actually not ideal right now. I'm in a little bit of trouble, but fortunately I kind of got lucky here, and the splash damage you'll see drops multiple targets at once. And I was able to clear the space. I did have one loon come up from the bottom to take care of that sweeper that was giving me trouble. But then it's just a matter of cleanup. This attack doesn't represent in greatest detail what I want to explain to you about Town Hall 9 Golaloon, because there's one key aspect that I think a lot of people miss, and that is dropping the haste spell in the middle to help your loons cut across. A lot of times you see the haste spells being dropped from the outside to help the loons get in, but really you need to focus also on the haste spells getting across the base. This one is a kind of a weird setup. You see he's funneling with some baby dragons, got his golem in the middle. He's going to take out the enemy queen. Got the CC coming out, so that's his goal, is the queen, the CC. And if you look, he's got two air defenses on both sides of the town hall that he's going to try to take out as well. And it looks like he does. So, I mean, this base is all but over right now if you think about it. He's got two air defenses down. He's got three hounds. And about 20 loons or so to take out this base. So it's really doesn't stand much of a chance at this point. He probably could have spread out. You see, there comes the third hound, but it's a little bit late. The expo did target a couple of his loons. We got one pop. So we did have a hound not pop, which is fine. I mean, if multiple hounds don't pop, it can be trouble, but there's so many troops left on this attack that it's over even before it started, honestly. So that was a good one. Let's go down to the next one. I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about with the Let's see. Let's go over to the next war. We just came off of a 11 war win streak, and then we lost to Undercover Aces, which was rough, but we had a bad war. Our top guys had struggled a little bit, but it is what it is. Let's see. Where am I at? There I am. Okay, so this is my Town Hall 9 account. You see here, the main objective when I'm scouting a base, there's a couple things that I'm looking at. One, here's the queen. Two, here's the CC, which the range for triggering is roughly, somewhere around here. So I do definitely have to get into the base. Then three, there's an air defense right here that I want to knock out. Those are the three things that I'm shooting for in this attack. That's what I really need to take care of. It's what I got to get out of the way. And then after that, I'm paying attention to the sweeper here and the sweeper here. Now this sweeper is going to probably go down, so it's not going to be a threat. So since this one is pointing in this direction up here, I can come in from this angle over here, and really it's not going to be an issue because the sweeper is going to go down way before it's going to have any chance to affect me. Let's see what happens here. This one I dropped. You see the baby dragon that went down at 9 o'clock. It ended up hitting a black bomb because I believe this was a fresh attack. And it kind of, I panicked for a second because I'm like, oh man, this is going to mess up my funnel. My king and or queen could walk. So I waited for the archer tower to get distracted. And then you'll see two wizards come down and finish off that storage. And I got lucky. The king decided to go in, took out the enemy queen. There's my rage spell. Got both heroes in the rage. Here comes the enemy CC. Boom. I'm poisoning that. You'll see the dragon go down. And right when the air defense goes down, that's when I start the attack. You don't want to wait too long. There goes the air defense. I'm just going to go after the town hall, which is going to take a minute, so I'm going to start the attack. Drop some loons. You see how far out those loons are? If I would have dropped the hound before I dropped those loons, that hound would have just sat there in the middle and been beaten up and pretty much stalled at that point before the loons even got in. So you really got to gauge. There's kind of a gap distance between whether or not you should drop the loon first or drop the hound first. If the air defense or if the defenses themselves are right up into the edge, then maybe you have to drop the hound first. But when I have that much room to move around, I definitely like to drop the loons first and then have the hound come in behind, because you kind of time it right where the hound passes the loon just in time to catch the defense and target it so that the loons can kill. So here come some loons. I dropped some more on the backside. I don't know if you noticed that, but you see I have... How do I clear this? There we go. Well, maybe I can't clear it all. Yeah, I'm working with a new program here I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Okay, so you see these hounds, or these loons, right here? I'm going after this air defense, or this expo. I'm hoping it's going to catch the corner of that haste spell and hit the expo. And what I'm talking about is, you see how I have loons coming in here, loons coming in here, I have a hound right here, I still have a hound in the bag and 8 more loons. My focus, yes, is coming from the sides, but I also got to be careful because this big group of loons right here, this big group right here, and these loons right here, they're going to cut across the middle. Now, when they do that, I don't have any coverage. If my hound is down over here, it's too far out of the way to distract the defenses, so there's a good potential that a lot of my loons could get lost by these whiz towers, this archer tower, this expo. So that is the time that you really need to focus your attention on dropping a haste spell to push them through this middle area. You need them to get through the middle area and come out to the backside and help out with the air defense. And I see a lot of people dropping haste spells. They'll drop them here, they'll drop them here, they'll drop it here, but they neglect this area right here. And this is actually more important in the grand scheme of things because it's going to help push the majority of the loons that you don't want to lose across the middle. So keep an eye on that, and just watch how the loons are pathing, and if you see them getting stranded in the middle, drop a haste spell and help them push through. Okay, so you see one hound pops. I'm moving through the middle. There goes my haste spell. It's going against the sweeper, which helped. But you see how they're taking out all these defenses in the middle of the base, and then they're coming through the backside. I did try to get sneaky down here and see if I could take out that air defense with some back end loons. It did not work. So I went ahead and hasted the middle and got them moving towards the hound. It worked out perfect. The hound popped at the end, helped with the cleanup. And this base is done. So that's really the biggest thing that you got to watch out for at Town Hall 9 is make sure that you account for the loons that are going across the middle. Now, with that being said, I mean, you can still 3-star with the other way because Trey did it on multiple attacks. Let's see. Of course, I can't find them now. I think I might be back in the other war. Alright, we already saw that one. Let's see the other one. Alright, so his kill squad is coming from this angle over here. Looks like he's got a real good funnel started. Got 2 Teslas, which actually play out pretty well because those can hurt you as well. If the Teslas are in a bad spot and you don't realize it, they can take out a good majority of your loons as well. Here come the heroes. Poison is going down for the expected CC. That's another big thing right there. Let's talk about that. You can drop a poison spell knowing that the CC is coming out. You don't have to wait for that loon and that dragon to get on top of your golem before you drop it down, because by doing that you're stopping it from taking that first initial hit, which, you know, with the balloon can be pretty bad. So that was smart to drop the poison down early. King is pushing through, raged up, killing the enemy queen, enemy king. Got an air defense down. Here comes the Golaloon attack. Now if you watch, he's going to focus more on dropping loons on the outside, or excuse me, dropping haste spells on the outside, and it works. But look at the loons right here in the middle. We got loons right here, and only a few of them. You know, there's a few more right here, but a few more would probably have done him better as far as getting across the middle of the base. I mean, I know you're going against a sweeper. There's a sweeper right here. So the haste will actually... A loon against a sweeper is really, really slow. So it really needs that haste spell to help push it through. See, there's the second haste spell. Fortunately, the loon, or the hound, is distracting a lot of the defenses, so it turns out okay. Here comes the third one on the outside. The middle ones are still not getting any haste to help push them across the middle of the base. There we go. That one was landed pretty well. A little more towards the middle. Personally, I think a couple more of them could have been deeper on the inside, but still a great attack. He got the 3-star. Here comes another Golaloon attack. This one ended in 1 minute and 50 seconds, so it ended pretty fast. Alright, so he's coming from the top. You see his baby dragons creating the funnel, just like the first one. Got some wizards helping to push through some of the higher HP stuff. You're going to see the jump spell come down, connecting all these bases together. Or excuse me, all these compartments. So here comes the CC. Here comes the poisons. Gonna poison the queen as well. You know for sure that that one air defense is going down because it's so close, and there it goes. And you know the enemy queen's going to go down because it's engaged with the king right now. And it went down. And these are low level heroes. I mean, he's only got 13 and 17 level heroes. So yeah, he's this one is his 9.5 account, so he's got a few more spells. But other than that, and 5 more spots on the CC. But other than that, the kill squad is a Town Hall 9 kill squad, a mid-range Town Hall 9 kill squad. So that gives you an idea of what it's capable of and what they're capable of. He went pretty heavier with the loons this time, which I like. See them coming around. Here comes the second hound, or third hound, excuse me, coming through. He's still focusing his haste spells on the outside. And look at the top here. Let's take a look right in this region. There's a lot of loons up here that could potentially kill these 2 Teslas and easily come down and take out that air defense before these lower ones could. So a haste spell might have been better to be dropped up here on top of these guys. This haste spell, not a big fan of it. I think it's kind of a waste. I think it would have been better used further up, maybe in this region. Because really all it's going to do is take out one archer tower, and then the loons are going to slow right back down. So here they come. He's all out of haste spells now. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot of high HP stuff left. Just the Expo is the highest. Okay, there goes the last hound. He does have enough loons to bridge the gap, though. And there it goes. So it's a great attack, but I think with a couple better placed haste spells, it would have been even more dominating. Alright, so the last thing I want to say is haste spell dropping. When you're dropping a haste spell, keep this in mind. You want the beginning of the haste spell to start about the time that the defense is going to be engaging your loon. You don't want it too early, and you don't want it too deep. A lot of times I see that our haste spells are going too deep, and what's happening is if it's right on top or right behind a defense, then it's not going to do any good getting the loons to that defense, and they could end up dying to begin with. So you want it to be just in the range where the loon is going to start taking the hit, unless you have a distraction. If there's a hound there to help distract, then you can go a little deeper with it. But rule of thumb is, especially when the loons are out and open, if they're cutting across the middle, you want them to start speeding up right when they're getting in range of that defense, whatever it is, a Tesla, a Wizard Tower. All of them are a little bit different in how far their defensive boundary is, so just keep that in mind. It'll help move your loons through the middle, because the cut across loons are really important, and I think they're really underestimated a lot of times when people are planning out attacks. Other than that, just keeping the kill squad funneled in properly. The funnel is huge. The objectives that you're trying to meet are huge. At Town Hall 9, one of the hardest troops to defend against, if you're doing a small kill squad like this, is a hound. And if that's the case, if there is a hound in there, then you might want to consider just doing a penta and handling the queen with a skelly spell and poison. But we're going to do a totally separate video